All right, so the last investigation of this book deals with order of operations. And what our focus is for this one, it says, does the order of operations work for integers? Explain. So your first task was to take these four numbers and see what you can use for parentheses, right? And the addition and subtraction signs to come up with 22. So what'd you come up with, Elena?
We did parentheses 11 plus 9,
Okay,
and then we did 5 minus in the parentheses 11 plus 9 plus 7.
good. Because remember, we have to do this first, right? So 11 plus 9 is 20, right? And then we always add before you subtract, right? So 20 plus 7 is 27. Take away 5, 22. Okay. Um, yeah, actually it comes up with negative 22. Yeah. So we will have to edit this question. So here's what I want you to do. Okay. I want you to try to play with those numbers now. Okay. 5, 11, 9, and 7. Okay. So it says come up with 3 more equations resulting in other solutions. Meaning, does it have to equal 22? No. Using parentheses, the addition and subtraction signs. Okay, with those four numbers. So change it up a little bit. Use different combinations. And see if by doing that, you come up with the same solution every time. All right? So we're going to give you just a few minutes to do that. And then obviously for number 1, I need to come up with a better question than that. So we will look at ways of trying to fix that. All right, so go ahead and see what other combinations you can come up with and see if you come up with the same answer. We're going to pause. All right. Gracie, your group. Give me one of the ones you guys came up with. Are you Gracie? I said Gracie. What'd you guys come up with?
For our first one, we got 5 plus 11.
In parentheses? Okay.
Minus 9.
Okay. And that equal what? Yeah, because you got 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. Okay, good. Maria, give me another one.
I got 7 plus 9 parentheses.
Okay.
And plus 11 and minus 5.
And you came up with?
And 22.
Okay. And then how about one more? What'd you guys come up with? Give me a different one.
11 plus 9.
11 plus 9 in parentheses, okay.
5 minus 7.
So minus 5 minus 7? Like that? And what did you come up with? 8. So, did it change the answer? Did you come up with the same answer every time? No. So yeah, it changes your solution. Anytime you change the parentheses, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, you're going to change the answer significantly. Okay. So moving on to part B. Now it says, will the order, no. So here's an expression Sally wrote down. Negative 7 plus 4 times 5, and then divided by, in parentheses, negative 10 plus 6. So I want you to take a look at number 1 and number 2 here. We're going to give you time to look at this and write what you think. Joe thinks the answer to Sally's expression is 7.5. Is Joe correct? And then explain why. And then number 2 says, Sally thinks the answer is negative 12. Is Sally correct? And explain why. So go ahead and solve that, and then tell me who's right or who's wrong, of course, and why. All right, so we're going to give you maybe about 5 to 10 minutes to do this one. I'm going to check in with you in 5 and see where you're at. All right? So is Joe correct? How many people think Joe's correct? Raise your hand. Nobody thinks Joe's correct. All right. So a couple people. Everyone else thinks Joe's wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Why is Joe wrong then? Since the majority thinks he's wrong, I want to know why he's wrong. Joey. That's correct. Yeah, Joe was wrong. He solved the equation from left to right, and I'm going to show you how he did it. So if you take -7 and add 4 to it, you get what? -7 plus 4. -3. And now I take that and multiply it by 5. So -3 times 5. -15. You see I'm just going left to right here? Now watch this. Take -15 and divide it by -10. You get positive 1.5. And if I add 6 to it, I get 7.5. Now, what is the correct way to solve this? Let's do this off to the side. So if I have this, what's the first thing we have to do here? The parentheses. So what's -10 plus 6? -4. Now what? Multiply. So 4 times 5 is 20, right? Now, do I divide or add first? Divide. And then 20 divided by -4 is -5. So when I take -7 and I add -5 to it, the answer should be -12. Right? So that's why Joe was wrong. So is Sally right? Yes. And the reason Sally is right is because she used order of operations. So again, in the order, she should have did the parentheses first, right? Then she should have multiplied, and then divided, and then added, right? You got to go in that order to get that answer. Any other order, you're going to get something totally different, right? Okay. On the back, I want you to practice with these 6. Okay, trying to solve this. Now I'm going to tell you this right now. This one and this one, you can come up with. It's going to come up with some not so nice answers. So you can use decimals or whatever. Do the best you can without using the calculator. All right. Now you got. If you notice up here now, you got little numbers, right? What are those called? Exponents, right? So now you have to figure out where those come into play. All right? So what I want you guys to do is work on that one. More than likely, I don't know if we'll get this done today or not. We'll see. All right, so we're going to pause right now and give you some time to work on A, B, C, D, E, and F.